Hi, sisters. Happy May. I hope this month is starting off well for you, that everything is going well. If not, I know that the Lord will see you through whatever situation you are going through. Now, today, I want to talk about something I have started to notice, I think since last year, but I don't know if you've noticed that things around us are gradually changing. I'm not talking about current news, but I'm just talking in terms of people. I've noticed that a lot of people are getting sicker and sicker. When I talk about sickness in terms of chronic illnesses, infectious diseases, people dying of heart attacks left and right. And these are not even people who are elderly, but these are young, vibrant people who are just like dropping down dead. And it's like, my goodness, what is going on? And not just in terms of health, but also in terms of behavior. Like people are just behaving strangely these days. And just to give you an example, last year, my team and I, we met this guy that we wanted to collaborate with on a project. And we've been talking for a long time and be like, hey, you know what? When the time is right, we definitely want to collaborate with you. And he was like, oh yeah, and I'm fine. You know, I'm looking forward to this. So 3 weeks ago, I think about 3 weeks ago, we contacted him and we say, hey, the time has come. We're excited. We want to collaborate with you. So let's get this show running. And you would be surprised. I mean, I was shocked to say the least how the guy just attacked us. Like, why do you want to collaborate with me? Why? What's going on here? He was, oh my goodness. I still this day I sit in shock because I'm like, where did that come from? This is something that we've been talking about for the longest time, and like his behavior was just so abnormal that we were just like, what? And not only that, even amongst my friends. Now, I have friends that we usually check up on a regular basis. Just, they're very caring. It's like, hey, how are you? How you doing? Until I think last year, I just noticed that the communication was no longer there. And I've noticed like I was always the one reaching out to them. And I'm like, I don't mind, but I felt like it was always something mutual. And so I let some months pass by because I'm like, okay, let me just see if they will remember me. I kid you not, dead silent until I think it was last month when I was just like, okay, let me just check up on them. And I'm like, hey, how are you? And they're like, hey, hi, how are you? Let's meet up. I miss you so much. And I'm like, what? If you miss me that much, you know my number. Like, I don't know. Things are just going like crazy. I don't know if you've noticed that in your life, the people around you is just going very bizarre. My biggest surprise came last week or 2 weeks ago when I went on Pastor JD's YouTube channel. I've shared Pastor JD's videos here a few times. He talks a lot about revelation of what's going on in the world. And I went on his channel and I saw that the title of his Bible prophecy was People's Strange Sudden Change. And I was like, that's interesting that he is titling his video, his prophecy like that. So I was very curious to know what he was going to talk about. Now, in that video, which I'll link below, he explained how the wine has components that cause physical damage to some of our organs. And it also damages the small capillaries in our brain, which eventually leads to massive personality changes and also the illness, the disease, what have you. So I'm not going to dive into the details of that video because of the censorship, but like I always do, I will put the link below and I will just invite you, sisters, and encourage you to go and check it out for yourself. Like I always say, ignorance is not bliss. You may be hearing me and be like, oh my goodness, you're going too far. Why are you making this like such a bad thing? Like what's going on here? But sisters, if you decide to ignore some of these things, Well, reality is the people who are behind this chaos, they never choose to ignore us. So at least get the knowledge, be informed, and then you can decide for yourself if this is something you want to believe in or you think it's right. Or you may say, hey, you know what? I got the knowledge, but I don't believe it. Then that's fine. But the worst thing you can do is to dismiss the information and just say, oh, I'm just going to trust science. I'm going to trust what the government tells me. All right, sisters, today was just a quick SSU news. Like always, stay blessed, take care of yourself, and I will see you next month, God willing. Bye.